This song is called Where the City Can't See by a band called Blood Cultures. I've never heard of them. I don't believe so. Let's take a listen. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, I'm getting like Stranger Things vibes with that font and the red color. I was not expecting that voice. I don't know if any of you, I don't think anyone was. I was like, my brain was going, that's like a girl. No, it's a guy. Wait, it's pitched high up. And it's kind of warbly. And it's kind of in and out of tune a little bit. Like it almost has a bit of pitch drift. That's kind of like the piano. It feels like there's a bit of pitch drift in it a little bit. The piano definitely does. That was a total, I love it. I love it. I like those kind of squeaky, different voices. I like when they manipulate the human voice that way. This sounds sick. I actually really like this. I'm really curious to see where it goes next. Shout out to that old piano. I don't know if that's a Rhodes piano or what, but that's sick. Yeah, here we go. I'm very curious. Oh! Sampling crazy. There was something about that it sounded familiar when it dropped. I also was expecting something heavy. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like I've heard this in passing. That little first, that when it dropped, that part. But I feel like I've heard a snippet of it somewhere. Super catchy. Really like it. Also, again, just a very short blip of the song I've heard because I don't recognize most of this. I love the samples they're using. It reminds me of Frontier Psychiatrist by, I can't think of who it's by right now, but Frontier Psychiatrist. You guys know what I mean if you know what I mean. Crazy sampling. That's what this kind of reminds me of. Also, I want to say this music video is really cool. I really like their kind of masks, almost like they have a little beat going on. It's kind of weird. I like it. I love the oddness. I love the weirdness. I like things that are weird. I like when people get artistic and think of different things. I also like the film grain. You can kind of tell there's some film grain on at least certain angles of this footage, like that bass. And you could argue that it's like YouTube compression or something, but I do think that they were probably going for some film grain in there. It looks nice. I love it. I love all the sounds. Very raw sounding too. You'll notice the cymbals in your right headphone, right ear, kind of around this area. Those cymbals sound very raw. Like they sound like they were almost recorded on like a flippin' phone. Like very raw, but it works. And lots of different kind of sounding things. Like they're using it's like they're using normal instruments, but they've edited them in a very like kind of vintagey, nostalgic. I don't even know. I feel like there must be another way to describe it, but kind of dreamlike. It's kind of dreamy. Anyways, let's go back. Just listen again to those those cymbals are like really raw sounding. Love that voice. I'm calling it right now. They're using Little Altar Boy. I'm calling it right now. I know that effect. I know that kind of voice. I have the plugin. I'm telling you. I think they're using Little Altar Boy or something from Sound Toys. Not sponsored. I just know that sound warbly sound. It reminds me of it. It's very interesting. Cool, I like that effect. Love that vintage footage. That at least the filter, whatever they're doing. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but they literally have like the captions like are saying things. This is so funny. Okay, fellas, now that was pretty good drop. But there's simply no way you would cut up the Subway announcer and put them on this beat. And then they do. You guys also notice, again, headphone users, or if you got a good monitoring system, you can hear that voice. It is being like right, left. Maybe it might even be hitting the center. It's bouncing everywhere. Each individual sample. The harp. Andy Sam and maybe even Andy Samberg too. Dude, these guys are memeing so hard. I'm loving this. It's haunting. It's like haunting. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It's dreamy. It's haunting. It's like you've heard it before, but it's like you haven't. Like it's you know, some people say this kind of music, I don't even know what this genre is. It's almost like it sounds like a dream. It sounds like somewhere you've been, but like you don't know where and you don't know when. That's what this sounds like to me. It has this really kind of haunting, kind of spooky, almost like, yeah, otherworldly. Like it's like slightly off-putting, but in a very cool way. I like it. This is very unique sounding, and I like the harp that they mentioned. That is a harp, like a little harp sample or whatever that is. It's very interestingly put together. It's really cool. I also really like that riser effect that they're using, like that. Almost sounds like blades. Wow. That was that is what I describe. That I think that is perfectly encompasses the idea of being unique. I think that is a very unique sound. I think it's different. I think that is fantastic. I love there's so much going on in that song. Very well put together. The choices of the instruments are really cool. I don't know. I really like that voice. That is a very, I wonder what this genre is called. I'm going to, let me take a look at this. Okay, blood cultures. What are these guys considered? I've actually never heard of these guys. They're a pop group. Okay, experimental indie pop group from New Jersey. Everyone's from New Jersey. Everyone is from New Jersey, I swear. That is so wild. First known as a single person and now recognized as a collective, the band's members remain anonymous. Oh, really? Okay, so they're anonymous. Their faces obscured by black hoods in all photos. Interesting. I love the gimmick. I mean, cliche, but they're pulling it off so far. The music video, I think the other thing is too, when you write a song like this, I love their memeing in here. It says, wow, what is this, an ad for New York City? Like, this is funny. I think, you know what it also reminds me of a little bit? People can say otherwise. It reminds me a little bit of the Gorillaz. Just throwing that out there. It sounds a little bit like the Gorillaz. I feel like they would consider them. I feel like that they would probably consider them somewhat of an influence. It also reminds me of Frontier Psychiatrist. I forget who it's by. Excuse me, but lots of weird sampling. That's going on the song list. That's a real one. I really, really like that. And that's what I was getting at. I feel like when you can evoke emotion and you can evoke a feeling with sounds, with the melodies you play, the scales you're playing, and the instruments you're using, the effects that you're applying to those instruments. And you can create a feeling. You can create a vibe. That's why music is so important when you watch movies. They know, like when you're watching like a horror movie, and it's getting intense. They have sound effects. They have sounds. They have music that they'll play because they know it makes people feel uneasy. And the same thing with like, Disney movies, when it's like emotional, they know the scales and the notes and stuff to play, that are going to try to, get an emotional response out of the audience. And what these guys did is created, in my opinion, a very kind of haunting, kind of spooky, kind of, I don't know if ethereal is the right word. I don't really know if that's the right word. But again, like what I was kind of describing, it's almost like a dreamscape. It's almost like a dream. It's almost like I feel like I've probably potentially heard that little bit of the chorus in like some weird, like old school fantasy, like TikTok video. That's what it reminds me of. But my point is too, the visuals of the music video are cohesive with the sounds of the song and the feeling it gives you. And I think that's what makes it so cool, because the music video is so cohesive with the song, and the visuals they show really depict what you're hearing. That weird kind of vintage, that weird kind of, it's like got like an old school filter, like a vintage filter. on some of those instruments, like that piano, the Rhodes piano that's drifting, for example, at the beginning. It sounds vintage. He's showing himself playing it on a vintage thing, and then you got these really kind of weird, like clips that they're playing, like with like the sepia filter, with the old school effects of New York, and I don't know. It's cool. I like it. I've never heard of these guys. Blood Cultures, Where the City Can't See. Check them out, guys. Like, I definitely want to look into maybe more of their music for sure. I'm curious. Well, not just maybe. I do want to see what else they have. Thank you so much, Rezi, for introducing this song to me and for showing me. I don't know. I was not expecting this. I really wasn't. It's super cool.